What's good, peeps? What is good? All right, don't forget, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget as well to like and share the vids. All right, let's see what there is in the way of news today. You know what I did see? I saw something on Mike Coppinger's Twitter page. I think it was about Efe Ajagba. It seemed like a big fight. Who was it? 1 second. Was I dreaming, or did I see something about Efe Ajagba? Yeah, Frank Sanchez and Efe Ajagba have agreed to a deal for a heavyweight clash on July 24th on the Tyson Fury-Deontay Wilder undercard. That's a big fight. That's a very, very big heavyweight fight. I've been saying the need to push Ajagba. This might be... Look, sometimes you've got to roll the dice with these fighters, right? You've got to know if they're good or not. That's a very, very big test for Efe Ajagba. Some might even have Frank Sanchez as a favourite in that fight. I don't. I will edge to Ajagba just. Maybe that's just the Nigerian in me. But yeah, man. That's a big fight. This is also just come out as well. Top Rank and Sky Sports have struck a 4-year deal that will see Top Rank's US fights televised live on Sky in the UK, starting this Saturday, Shakur Stevenson versus Jeremiah Nakatila. It's interesting. That is interesting. I mean, it's all good. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy because it means that we don't have to find like what we did with Josh Taylor Ramirez. So we don't have to find like Fight TV app or anything like that. But I mean, who's going to stay up to watch these? People probably will till 4 or 5 a.m. to watch these fights, but you will. So that's a big deal for Sky Sports and for Top Rank. So yeah, some interesting news on Mike Coppinger's Twitter page. All right, let's see what else there is to talk about. Any gossip? Mike Tyson, I want Logan Paul to fight Badu Jack next. Not going to happen. Let's move on. Okay, this is interesting. Eddie Hearn rejects Wilder's claims that Fury manipulated his gloves in rematch. Now, I've read this article before. This was Eddie Hearn sitting down with DAZN, and he was asked this question. Look, this story's not going away, and I feel like in the lead up to the fight, I wouldn't be shocked if Deontay Wilder speaks about it a bit more. He's adamant, Deontay Wilder fans are adamant that Tyson Fury somehow manipulated his gloves. Eddie Hearn said it's pretty much impossible. Las Vegas and Bob Bennett, they're very strict and stringent on this. Like, they will watch you wrap your hands and they sign it and they will check your gloves, and the ref before the fight, I don't know if you guys have seen, you guys would have noticed anyway, every time a ref goes to the corner, he checks the gloves as well. So look, I will say this though, as much as I don't think Tyson Fury manipulated his gloves, I really don't think he did that. I know people have shown images of a glove looking a bit floppy. Make of that what you want. The idea that it can't happen is bullshit. I'll tell you now, that's bullshit. Because I'm the biggest Miguel Cotto fan you could ever get. And Antonio Margarito manipulated his gloves against Miguel Cotto when they first fight. The first fight they had, he cheated. And so you would have had someone looking at that gloves and signing it off, but he cheated. Fact. And he tried to cheat again against Sugar Shane Mosley. And Nazim Richardson was eagle-eyed enough to catch him. So it can happen. Don't listen to those people saying it can't happen. No, it can happen. And for me as well with Antonio Margarito, that's probably not the first time. It's very rare that, it's the first or second time you get caught for doing something. That being the first or second time you've ever tried to do it. So, yeah, I don't think, again, just to confirm, I don't think Tyson Fury manipulated his gloves against Deontay Wilder. But do I think it's possible to do something to your gloves? Yeah, I do. Because Margarito did it. And that was a big fight. By the way, that was a huge fight. Miguel Cotto was supposed to win that fight and fight Floyd. That was a huge fight and he done it. So I'm not having that. It can't happen. It can fucking happen. Bob Arum, Mayweather could have got Paul out anytime he wanted. Yeah, I think so as well. But he didn't. So we move on. I don't think that's going to be Mayweather's last one either. I think in the post-fight, he was saying things like, this is the last time you're going to see me in the ring. Mayweather retired from boxing when did he retire and then come back and fight Marquez? 12 years ago? Do you know what I mean? So he said exactly those things 12 years ago. So look, if the Jake Paul fights, if Jake Paul gets past Tyron Woodley, which he might not, and then calls out Mayweather, the money on offer will probably be more than he made for the Logan Paul fight. He will take that fight. Just because his middle name is money. He will take that fight, and he will, again, look at it like he said, not my words, a legalized bank robbery. Because it will be 50 to 60 million back, and he'll look at it and think, this is a YouTuber. So, yeah, I think there's still one or two more left for Floyd Money Mayweather. Fight, being added to the Wilder Fury. Looks like it might be an all heavyweight card. The Kalnaki-Helenius rematch. Should be a good fight, that one. Should be. I mean, these are good fights. If you get a card, honestly, get Fury Wilder headlined, Efe Ajagba, Frank Sanchez, and then Kalnaki-Helenius. Solid. That is solid. Would love that. Some figures here about Canelo Saunders. The gate generated 9 million from 66,000 tickets sold. 66,000 tickets sold. I remember the talk in the lead up to it was like, what was the attendance again? Well, I want to get this. 2 seconds. Canelo Saunders attendance. Wow. Okay. 66, what was that figure again? 66,000 tickets sold. The attendance was 73,000. So that is 7,000 tickets comped. 7,000 tickets comped. Do you understand that? That's ridiculous. So basically 7,000 free tickets, people. So media, special guest, obviously you're going to broadcast, but that's still a lot though. That's still a hell of a lot. But yeah, good numbers for Canelo Saunders. All right, let's talk about this one. Team Usyk looking forward to signing papers for showdown with Anthony Joshua. This looks like it's done. I don't know what they're waiting for in terms of the announcement. Maybe they are waiting. I don't know what they're waiting for actually, but that's done. And it looks like it's going to happen at Tottenham Hotspur's new stadium. Wonderful, wonderful, glorious stadium. It really is. I've been there, 3 or 4 times, and I'm still mesmerized every time I go there. Like, this is just incredible. AJ was supposed to fight Pulev there. Obviously, pandemic happened and that fight got held up. So then they had it, obviously. Where was that? Was it Wembley Arena? Can't remember. I think it was. But yeah, it looks like AJ's going to fight Usyk, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We don't know the date. It's going to be, I'm guessing, maybe just after the Olympics. So what, August? Let me have a quick look at the dates. When's it possibly going to happen? Let's have a look. So you're probably looking at either the 14th, the 21st, or the 28th of August. But there's the fight camp events as well, isn't there? It's going to be interesting to see. I think this is going to go on the back of the fight camp. Yes, it's going to be straight after the fight camp is going to be this. This is going to end the fight camp, I think. So you're probably looking at the 21st of August for Usyk versus AJ, or AJ versus Usyk. I'm excited for the fight. I'm excited. Look, it's weird. Like, ordinarily, this is a huge fight, but because we're all excited about AJ versus Fury, it does feel like this is a very big come down, but it's not. It's a massive fight, right? I mean, everyone is overly excited about Usyk. I think maybe a bit too excited. I think we are still looking at Usyk as a cruiserweight and what we did there. But look, regardless, he's a fantastic fighter, very unique. He's going to be very interesting in the build-up. I like it. I do like it a lot. Like I said, it's a risky fight for AJ, but I've also said I think AJ wins this one. I think AJ is just too big, too strong for Usyk. And I do think size does count. And as skilled as Usyk is, AJ is no slouch either. Like, I think we can sometimes discredit what AJ can do in the ring from a skill standpoint. Again, look, he's not Usyk. He's not Tyson Fury. He's not even peak Luis Ortiz. Was there ever a peak Luis Ortiz? But he's not that. But he's still a skillful fighter. But yeah, I look forward to it. I really do. I wonder what AJ feels about this fight. I mean, this is AJ in the last 3 years has tried, you know, whether you disagree or agree with the statement, it's true. He has tried to get the Wilder fight. He has tried, we know now 100% to get the Fury fight. It must feel like a disappointment, but he's almost got to get rid of that in his mind and think, okay, this is what I need to do. And hopefully, fingers crossed, Fury comes through Wilder, AJ comes through Usyk, and then it's even, I actually even don't mind it. It's actually better for both of those. And what I mean by that is there was a lot of talk about if Fury does fight AJ in July, or he wouldn't let a fight for like people 18 months or something ridiculous like that. So that won't be there anymore. That excuse won't be built in. So it's almost perfect. And it would have been a case of, okay, we've cleaned out. We've cleaned out. Usyk was one of those ones where everyone was like, cleaned out. Wilder trilogy done. Perfect. Perfect. I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing how AJ deals with Usyk's style. I look forward to seeing how Usyk deals with a man mountain in AJ. I really do. Can he hurt AJ? Can he really dent AJ? I think he can. I think timing and speed is everything, and Usyk's got that. But he ain't beating AJ. He ain't beating AJ. I think if AJ cracks him, he's in trouble. He's in big trouble. But I do like the fight, and hopefully we get an announcement on it. I mean, what are we now? June 8th, June 9th? We need to get an announcement on it very, very soon, and I think we will. Fury Wilder free T-Mobile Arena venue hold approved by Nevada State Athletic Commission. It's like they keep changing venues on this one, but it looks like it is going to be the T-Mobile Arena. That fight is going to do huge numbers. Huge. Like massive. Pay-per-view numbers are going to go through the roof. It's going to do bigger than obviously their first one and definitely their second one. It's a big fight this now. Again, because of all the stuff that's been said about the second fight. Deontay Wilder going a bit quiet. He's now come out of his shell. He's now saying all the right things. Massive fight. I look forward to it. As much as I was angry about it, now I look forward to it. What we got here? Eddie Hearns and Floyd Mayweather looked quite terrible in Logan Paul fight. Yeah. So, it's weird. I mean, I'm not going to critique Floyd. I mean, I know what Floyd I'm looking at. It's not like this. It's funny that we say quite terrible. Like, man's been retired. It's, I don't know. Deontay Wilder trainer. This is Malik Scott here saying it's going to be a bad night for Tyson Fury. I doubt it. This is interesting. What's going on with this Lyndon Arthur Anthony Yarde situation? So they're both fighting on the same card. Just fight each other. I don't know. Is it a financial thing? Lyndon Arthur didn't look. I saw an interview he did with Steve Big Daddy Bunce, and he didn't seem too bothered about having to go back and fight Anthony Yarde. I guess for him, it's about pay me, right? I beat your boy. You want me to go back and give him a rematch? Pay me. For Anthony Yarde, I do wonder if he wants or needs the rematch. I think he might need it. But it's strange. Let me have a quick look at who they're both fighting, by the way. I actually don't know who they're fighting. 2 secs, homies. So look. Event. All right, so Lyndon Arthur is fighting the unbeaten David Farashi. So a quick look at David Farashi. Never heard of him before. Okay, to be fair, I mean, David Farashi fought Emery Chuka, who was 14-0. Before that, he fought a guy who was 21-4. Before that, 17-2. Not shabby. Anthony Yarde is fighting a guy called Amin Atra, who... See, it's very different for Anthony Yarde. See, where I was just saying, Lyndon Arthur's guys at least been fighting people that had winning records. Anthony Yarde's fighting a guy who he last fought a guy who was 6-16. Before that, 15-13. Before that, 6-40. Before that, 4-5. Before that, 18-26. 1-4. 7-15. You can't defend that. I'm sorry. That's poor, man. Let's move on. What we got here? Anything else before we pack up? Logan Paul, I never got hurt. I knew if I went a distance with Floyd, I won. Technically. Okay, no, but you lost. Anyway, look, man, he's winning in life. He's winning in life. I just had a little dig there, but he's winning. I mean, these kids are making so much money, and you know what they've got to be. Look, they've got to be careful here. All it takes is for one of them to get seriously hurt. This is the hurt business, you know, and then all of it stops. All it takes is for one of them to get seriously hurt. All of it stops. All of this YouTube boxing, everything is done. And right now they're in a lucky place where all we've seen is a bit of a bloody nose. We've not even seen a black eye really, a bit of a bloody nose. One of those boys gets hurt. So not just Jake or Logan, I'm talking about any of the famous YouTubers. One of them gets hurt, it's over. It's over with. So yeah, everyone's having fun with it now, saying, oh, I fancy a fight. Mate, all it takes is one of them to get cracked properly, and that's it. It's done. That's it. It is done. All right, guys, we're done. We're done. Peace and love.